My name is George and I'm the founder of Krowd Magazine, which is a fashion, beauty and lifestyle magazine here in Canada. We started in 2012 and it's been 8 years now, actually in January 2nd of this year. It seems that it has been a long ride, but we're just starting. This is just the beginning. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Nigeria. I moved to Canada in 2009 for university. Before that, I was in Ghana for my secondary education. And to be honest, I am the first of 5 kids. And being the first of 5 kids actually gives you lots of responsibility in terms of leadership, which has really been instilled in me from my dad, being the leader of his own family. I learned how to be an entrepreneur from my mom. Growing up, she started so many businesses, and even when one business failed, she started a new one without looking back. She's been my rock ever since I started the magazine, always giving me encouraging words, and I really love her for that. Even my dad always pushing us to be independent and focused on anything we put our mind into. Growing up, I never saw any form of discrimination. Even my stay in Ghana for about 5 years, nothing of that sort. But when I moved to Canada, I realized I was a bit different from every other person who was not my color. But really, Canada is being perceived all over the world as a country where everyone is being polite, and the talk of discrimination is quite a taboo topic, to be honest. And if you kind of talk to a white person saying, oh, you're being racist or something of that sort, they would say, oh my God, I'm Canadian, why would you think I'm racist? We're not racist, we're all polite. Yeah, there's discrimination there, but they kind of blanket the whole thing. It doesn't really show that well. But really, there's no one person in this room that will say that they haven't been discriminated in one form or the other. We should learn how to love each other as Black people, love our culture, love our history, because our history is the only thing we can keep and transfer to our generation and our kids' generation. For today, I'll be discussing about the origin of Caribana. In 1967, the Caribbean community in Toronto first organized this festival as part of Canada's centennial celebrations. This celebration was primarily inspired by the Trinidad annual pre-Lenten Carnival and was meant to share the culture and traditions of Guyana, Bermuda, and the 10 main Caribbean islands with the larger Canadian community. The organizers even flew in coconut trees from the island and replanted them on Olympic Island in Toronto. The highlight of this festival, which is the Grand Parade, was purposely scheduled on the first Saturday of August in commemoration of the abolition of slavery throughout the British Empire in 1834. And interestingly, research indicates that this first event was almost entirely funded by members of the Caribbean community in Toronto. The Toronto Star notes the organizers only received $4,000 from outside sources and that the other $46,000 came from community members. In the years, Caribana has importantly increased the visibility of Caribbean cultures as well as African cultures. Every single time I've gone to this festival, there has been an inclusion of Nigerian and Ghanaian music and food. I also love to dance, so it's always a great time over there. So what began as a centennial year project has very clearly expanded into an incredible annual endeavor. It is one of the largest carnivals in North America, attracting an average of over 2 million people per year. To learn more about the origins of the movement and how it has evolved since, you can click on the links below.